It's Daniel fucking Ricciardo, man. I was just talking to Daniel Ricciardo. Holy shit, he's on a little Vespa, man. Danny Rick. Holy shit, man. So here we are. The very start, the very noisy and the very busy Saint Devote. William Grover statue right there. I'll come round about and hit the apex, and all the crashes here, all the incidents here, the pit lane passes, Max sticking it in the barrier over there, Schumacher sticking it in the barrier over there, a few crashes at this spot. And imagine you're sitting there for the start of the race. My god, there's a little small thing over there as well, and I think there's a seat here where I'm standing, but this is Saint Devote, lads and lasses. Never mind the roundabout, straight across, and up Beaurivage, and Beaurivage, my lord god, is steep, and I do not look forward to climbing that. To get up that hill in about 7 or 8 seconds, and I'm going to take about 10-15 minutes to walk it. It's very busy here, very loud. Right, well here we are at the bottom of Beaurivage, the steep climb that is so narrow. It's a pretty wide enough street, but in race spec it's very, very narrow, but it's really steep. But I'm not going to have the camera on for this entire walk because my god, it's really steep and it's really warm and I'm already sweating. I'm staying in this little tiny strip of shade, but up here, believe it or not, I can't remember a single occasion where cars crashed while 20 of them came up this hill. Like, I'm just thinking, on lap 1, we're all steaming up here, 20 of them. I can't remember one car spinning here, having a big pile up. Like in Spa, on the run down to Eau Rouge, there's always a pile up at La Source and then down the run into Eau Rouge. But here, I can't think of any really. But yeah, it really is steep. We got Massenet at the top. So I'll start this again at the Gucci shop where Damon Hill says you got the break for Massenet. So I'll see you at the Gucci shop. And there's a lovely view of the harbour for you that you get walking up Beaurivage. Stunning place altogether, absolutely stunning. Whoa, that was long, lads. I don't encourage that. We're at the top of the hill, finally. There's obviously a turn, so you can't see it, but it is very, very, very steep. And now we go to Massenet. It's a Saturday afternoon in Monaco, and to be honest, it's a beautiful day, but it's not really that busy. 1st of October, 2nd of October, not that busy. And there it is. There's the Gucci shop. The Gucci shop that Damon Hill uses as a breaking point in the old cars, of course, for Massenet, which is just up here. See if I can get out into the street. There we go. Here's Massenet. Casino straight ahead, Hotel de Paris right there. That's where you see all the people standing up on those balconies during the race. But apparently back there at Gucci is your breaking point for, I think it's a 4th gear corner. They're sticking in 4th the whole way around Casino. I think they dropped from 7th to 4th going around here and keeping it 4th the whole way around. Could be wrong on that. But here we are. The curbs over there. Because of course you've got to stick pretty much right into the left side fully. If you go on the right hand side here, you're pretty much fucked. And there's the man himself up there, a little bit away, Massenet. Bust of Massenet himself. I think he was a composer. Could be wrong again. I really don't know that much at all, do I? But yes, and here we get to see all the cars that are in GTA. And they're all absolutely beautiful. But first we're going to go over to Massenet himself. Say hello. Oh, very nice. Aston Martin. Very nice. Love the trim on that. And then there's a lovely little Peugeot 206 behind it. That's Monaco for you. And here he is himself, Massenet. Admirateur. There he is. Massenet himself. And the building. Beautiful stuff. Absolutely beautiful. Now though, let's go back and admire these cars. There's another lovely Porsche. Very nice, another Aston Martin. Very nice. I haven't seen anyone famous yet, no Sherlock, what can I do? More somewhat nice cars. One of the most exclusive hotels in the world, Hotel de Paris. I better put my mask on here, so I might sound a little bit muffled, but I gotta put my mask on because there's a ton of cops around. Where are you? I don't know what that is though. Someone tell me what that is in the comments. Now it's a little bit busier here. Oh, the matte black and that Porsche, mother of God, or matte grey, whatever it is. The finish on that. Oh, it's lovely. And yeah, of course, I'm not the only one getting pictures and photos and everything else. People going in to have a look around the casino. Fair play to them. I just want to see Lewis Hamilton driving his Mercedes or driving whatever car he's driving these days. It's a lovely Lamborghini. And here we go around Casino Square. It's all in real life. You got to drive through these little chains here. That's what you got to do. Whereas they obviously fly around these things, fourth gear, I think. And then around to the right was the big stand right there. And of course over to the right is the famous bump. Has been there for years and they've never fixed it. And we will see now how big and how defined that bump actually is. I mean, it's got to be decent because they've avoided it for every single time they've raced here, so, and they've never bothered to kind of flatten it or fix it. So let's see what that bump is like. This is actually kind of banked. Let's be honest, this is a pretty banked. You can't really see it from here, but honestly it's a very banked corner. Even on the games you don't get that sensation. Here we go around now. It's going to be pretty tight with cars and traffic and whatnot. Here's a very nice Ferrari with a very beautiful one driving it. Good for you. And here we go. I wonder if we can cross the road. There we go. I can't see it from here. Oh, I can. Jesus Christ, I can actually see the bump from here, believe it or not. Here we are. The bump is quite significant, you would say. Quite significant. Oh, there's a couple asking for a mask. Better put one on. Oh, there's a car parked right on it. Don't know if you can see it. It is quite a significant bump. Oh, certainly a significant bump. Well, let's see if I can get it from the other side. No wonder they all avoid it, because yes, it is. It's a significant little bump. There's a very nice Rolls Royce. Oh, I thought that was someone famous driving it, but it's not. If you can cross the road here and see if you can get a shot of this bump. Here we go down to Mirabeau. Oh, here comes the Rolls Royce again. Very nice. I'm sorry. Right. It's really hard to see, but it is there. It's just at the zebra crossing here. The car is pretty much blocking all of it, the bastard. Here comes a very fast, a very loud. Yeah. No need for it. No need for it. Get out, yeah, boy. But the hump is big. It is pretty damn big. It's hard to see, and I can definitely see why they go around it. That's for sure. That's for damn sure. So now we're going to go down to Mirabeau and the famous Hairpin. Let's go. I'll walk on this side. Right, change of plan. We have to cross the road because it's just too tight on that side. Thank you, Mr. Biker car. Mr. Old Man and your lovely Ferrari. Very exclusive road this, with all these very expensive shops and restaurants on it. Well out of my price range, in fairness. Oh. They're eating all this posh food, and to be honest with you, it stinks, it reeks, it's horrible. Whatever they're eating, it smells rank. And here we go. Mirabeau. You think of Rosberg sticking it down there, wrecking his lap. It's quality. You think Schumacher's crashed here. A few people have crashed here. Look at the embankment on that as well. Make sure I don't get ran over here by a Ferrari. Yeah. And there we are. Mirabeau. Many an accidents have happened here. Right here, these barriers as well. Barriers go right here. Rosberg ruined his lap for quality, but kept it on pole, much like Schumacher did at Rascasse right there. Yeah, and again, it's very steep. camera doesn't do it justice. It is a very sweeping, steep curb. And here we go to the most famous corner in Formula 1. Well, you could call Eau Rouge maybe one of their famous corners. Eau Rouge is definitely better. And I know Formula 1 isn't known for their slowness, but this is the slowest turn in Formula 1. 20 miles an hour or something they got around here. Very slow, but Jesus Christ, look at the drop, lads. Look at the drop. That's something you don't really see on TV, is it? So you come up here, they fly down here, brake really bad, heavily. Oh, look at this lovely orange car. They fly down here, first gear, second gear. Remember Alexander Wurz and Schumacher fighting all the way down here? Raikkonen's been into the barrier up there. But look how steep that is. It's crazy, man. There should be a camera. There should be like a remote camera here. Oh God. Look, there's apartments right there that can see onto this. I think this corner is called Mirabeau as well, believe it or not. Mirabeau South, I think this corner is called. And that's obviously the Grand Hotel Hairpin. Or the Fairmont Hairpin, I think it's called now. But yeah, look at the drop. That's mental. And I presume these are the curbs. I presume they don't do anything to the curbs for the actual races themselves. The drop is mental. Anyway. And here we go now. So all of this left side, of course, is barriered up to good fuck. All of that right side, I'm pretty sure, has a barrier on it as well. At the edge of that, the curbing over there. But here we are, guys. There's actually no one here. I mean, 1st of October, 2nd of October, the weather is lovely. And Monaco on a Saturday is, for all intents and purposes, pretty quiet. And that's on the lads. Go on. Anglais? I'm not local. Sorry. Désolé, désolé. Some person was trying to speak to me in French and I can't speak French, so I apologise. I just know that désolé is sorry in French. So I just shout désolé, anglais, désolé. Although I'm not English, it's just easier to say anglais, désolé. Here we are at the Hairpin. Think of all the crack that's happened here. All the cars racing down. Imagine if I was stood here. If you're stood here as a photographer, you're going to get some epic shots. Back in the day, you used to be able to. You cross the road, keep an eye on the other bikes. Down. Fairmont Hotel. Fair few nice cars at the Fairmont. Very nice. And then there's a tiny little Italian oldie. Here we are, guys. Here we are. Mother of God. Oh, that's a very nice. That Rolls Royce Bentley type. Jesus Christ almighty divine. Look at that. Stood right in the middle of that. And there's the sign right there, of course. Fairmont Hairpin. The world's most famous bend. Monte Carlo. You are here. And I'm going to sit down, lads, for a second and just take in this moment because I don't think I'll ever going to get it again. It's ruined by a big ass truck. Deco Flame. And here comes a bus. There's a bus stop right there. There's a bus stop just over there. I'm going to sit here, lads, and take this in for a little bit. Hello, Mr. Bus. Thanks for ruining the hairpin. I'm going to take this in for a little bit and I will meet you on the way down to Portier. Oh, I could have stayed there all day. And thankfully now there's a bit of cloud cover so it's not as warm. I won't die walking around this track in 25 odd degree heat. Irish people are not built for the hot weather, let me tell you. Or at least I'm not. Anyway, I believe this turn is called Mirabeau as well. The lesser known Mirabeau. Look at the steepness again. Look at the angle of this. It's hard to tell. What's this car coming down the outfit? That's a really steep. It's a steep old curve. Again, you don't get that. Wurz and Schumacher smacking into each other back there. I'm kind of out of breath, so I got to slow down here a little bit as we come down to Portier. This is a good spot at night time for spotting cars because they all want to fly through the tunnel in the supercars. So they all line up at Portier to go banging through the tunnel and hear their engines roaring. Oh, I don't want to hold the traffic. So very little bikes are everywhere, and I don't blame them. And here's, of course, the famous Formula 1 statue, if you want to call it that, sculpture. Ah, lads, someone's after ripping off the mirror. Ah, who's after doing that, like? Why would you go and rip off the mirror? There's no point in doing that. Very nice cars. Got a very nice Bentley. Very nice. Famous, I don't know what era that is. 2004, 2005, something like that maybe. Pretty damn cool. And here we go down to Portier. There used to be a McDonald's up there. That would have been very handy to sit eat a McFlurry at the Hairpin. Wouldn't that been lovely? Oops, steps. This is also a taxi rank as far as I know. Very posh taxi rank. So we're going to go through the tunnel now. Here is Portier. This is where Jensen Button ended up with his head in the barrier. And look, they're reclaiming it. All behind here is water. That's the sea out there, but not anymore. They're reclaiming it back and they're building a load of stuff out there. I can only imagine how much that's going to cost. Beachfront, seafront property in Monaco. And here we go into the tunnel. Many things have happened here, haven't they? Many a crash and smash. I just remember a Jensen Button with his head in the barrier over there. When his car was... is that an Irish flag up there, or is that Italian flag that's been washed out? Hard to tell. There's a lot of Monaco flags flying around that are orange and white because they've been flying for so long. Well now lads, here we go into the tunnel. They're doing works the entire left side of the tunnel. I hope I can walk through this. And I hope there's a few cars that go by and give us a nice sound off their engines. This might get loud. Heads up. If you're wearing headphones or anything, you might want to turn them down just in case. I apologise, but there's really nothing I can do about it. Here we go into the Monaco tunnel. It smells like seaweed. Unmistakably smells like seaweed. It's a very nice car. Hopefully they see it on there. Hopefully there's the police. Hopefully they see the camera and give us an old rev of the engine. That'd be pretty cool. Ever wondered what was in this side of the tunnel? It's a parking bay. Simple as that. Undercover copper there, making it very obvious that he's undercover. It's actually quite breezy in here. Really breezy. It's a pity that I can't get a view over there. I would like to see the view. We'll hopefully see it at the other end. You think of we come through this tunnel, I think it's again about 7-8 seconds. Just straight through the tunnel. And they come flying through this tunnel, and in the wet it's tricky because obviously this tunnel is dry in the wet with their own wet tyres, so very interesting. Of course, Schumacher in the wet when he cracked into the back of, was it Montoya? All those years ago, and came out of the tunnel with 3 tyres, went in with 4, came out with 3. I really do wonder what they're building over there. Ah, here's a few chefs on their break. Alright, we'll pass by these guys and I'll see you at the exit to the tunnel. They're on their smoke break from work, man. It's crazy to think that there's people in this world whose smoke break area is the tunnel in Monaco. I mean, there are worse places to go for your smoke on your break, isn't there? Yes. Why not give it a rev? Give it a rev, you get a thumbs up. You get a thumbs up if you give it a rev. But there's worse places you can have your smoke on your break, isn't it? In the tunnel at Monaco, watching all these cars go by. That's pretty cool. So it was right around the turn, and we're at the turn now where Schumacher ran into the back of Montoya. And I wish we could show in the clip and show you. Unfortunately, I'm just going to edit this thing together really quickly and slap it up. It's actually not that warm in here. It's nice and breezy, I have to say. It's really cool. I thought it'd be boiling up in here. It's a long out way. I mean, people seem, I don't know why, but some people think that the tunnel in Monaco is straight. And obviously it's anything but. Especially when you come around it, like in the game. I'm not sure I can get through this tunnel in the game without hitting at least a barrier. Like it's damn near impossible. You always hit something. And it was right around here. It was just at this turn here where Schumacher ran into the back of Montoya and came out. And even now, look at that. Even from the turn, it's still a decent old distance. That's a good minute walk from here to the end of the tunnel. And they fly out. I know I've said that loads of times. It's just trying to wrap my head around it. It's mental. And of course, they blocked off the left-hand side of the view now. There used to be a straight view into the harbour, but now this new building that's shaped like a boat, lovely building in fairness, is blocking the view. I don't know if it's a hotel or a restaurant or an office or all sorts, everything. Of course, there's a Formula 1 shop over there. Of course there is. Probably cost an arm and a leg. Exit of the tunnel. And now we go onto the downhill, and I want to see how downhill it is into the chicane. So I've got a feeling it's going to be a pretty decent downhill stint. Steep downhill and long. And again, they come out of this tunnel and they're at the chicane in mere seconds. Here we go. The brightness of the Monaco tunnel. One last look at it. Look again. Look how long that little straight is out of it. There's no bends or anything after that final bend, and boom. Even in the game, you fly out of the tunnel and you're straight into braking for the Noghes chicane. And here is this building that looks like a boat, and it looks absolutely beautiful. There's the back of the Fairmont. Lovely view of that onto the Noghes chicane. Look at it, absolutely stunning. And I'm pretty sure they built that on reclaimed land as well. Like I'm pretty a yacht club. It's the yacht club of Monaco. That makes sense. I say there's a fair few hundreds of millions floating around on that place. But yeah, there used to be an unrestricted view, so that used to all be, as far as I know, that used to all be sea. And they built up on it, and they're building even more, as you can see down the Portier, whichever. Here we go, down to the Noghes chicane. I'm going to cross the road here, if I can, and not get run over by a Maserati. I saw an elderly lady driving a Nissan Micra, an old, like 1996 Nissan Micra. My heart went out to her. A little legend, little hero, still repping the Micra in Monaco. Okay, it's not actually that steep. I thought it'd be more of an incline. I mean, it is steep. There is a definite bump in it, but it's not as steep as I thought it would be. Some beautiful, beautiful bumps. I mean, Lady Marine. If you've got an extra page in your browser, type in who owns Lady Marina. I would like to know. Yeah, my goodness, every single boat is just millions and tens of millions. Not a big fan of boats, but when they're run, not that I'm not a big fan of them, but when they're right there in front of you, they are pretty special to look at. Even though I've seen them every day in my life. But here we go. Down to do chicane. Stupid van's in the way. Let's get a shot from the middle of the road. There's a tunnel all the way back there. Start to the hill, pretty much about halfway down the hill. Straight on down there, and we're going to hit the chicane now in a minute. There seems to be a shop smack bang in the middle of the chicane. How are we going to negotiate this chicane? Oh, that's in fairness, you always see that on the TV, actually, those circular things. It's a very nice building. It's very clean. It's like marble or something. Super clean marble. It's very impressive. And here we are, chicane. So this is where the stand is, obviously, and the photographers and all, Kim Illman, that's easy for me to say. They all get to stand here and watch them unrestricted fly in here. I don't know what speed they're hitting here, but of course you think of the overtakes. Coming down that hill. You've got, well, Verstappen on science anyway, for sure. When he went around just tried to make the chicane and just about made it. I think he got away with it. And then of course Leclerc smashing into, was it Hartley? Leclerc and Hartley. Leclerc smashing into the back of Hartley. Roughly hit the top of that shop there, top of that building. And running down into the runoff area with a massive smash. Still yet to finish his home Grand Prix, poor old Charles. I own the chicane. Pretty much in the middle of the chicane right now. Is this what they're driving on? This is what they're driving on, I guess. There's a bit of retarmac over there. Yeah, there's a restaurant in the middle of the chicane, if you didn't know. And now we're going to walk down towards the back. Well, this has got to be the most amount of money I've seen in one place for sure. Some stunning boats and yachts here. Although I've noticed that they all say Georgetown. The vast majority of them say Georgetown, and I wonder why. I'm not too really up on my boats, but it says Georgetown. I wonder if any of them are called the Mr. Beaumont. If I had a yacht, I'd call it the Mr. Beaumont for sure. Lady Anne McGee. I mean, if you love your wife or if you cheat on your wife, that's what you do. You buy a big massive boat and you name it after her. A lot of them are called ladies. Fly me to the moon. I wonder if I can find one more toy, or just another toy, whichever one is called. Kimmy's yacht, which he sold. Another one. Ridiculous. Lady Lillian. I mean, come on, a bit of creativity, lads. A bit of creativity in your names. I'd love it if a boat was called the Mr. Beaumont. I would just, if you ever go and buy a boat, call it the Mr. Beaumont, for goodness sake. Anyway, here we are at Tabac. You fly down here towards Tabac. Oh, that cloud cover is actually really nice, I gotta say. Southampton, hooray! A name I actually recognise, Wayfarer of London. But those kind of boats, Jesus. The tall ships and all, they got all sorts here. Walking the plank. Fair play to you, buddy, getting a run in. I know. Oh, a few of these boats could do with a polish, I think. They could definitely do with a polish, but here we are at Tabac. I believe this road is actually called John F. Avenue. John F. Kennedy Avenue. I believe this is called John F. Kennedy Avenue. Obviously we are right back at Saint Devote, just up there. I think the tobacco shop is still actually here. So just be glad it's not called Häagen-Dazs, yeah? Just be glad it's not called the Häagen-Dazs corner. I nearly walked into the Monaco Bay. Well done, Will. Madeira. Or Ronaldo. Here we are at Tabac, one of the faster corners on the track. They fly around here. Remember your man who smashed into the barriers over there and caused a big massive thing when the barrier came out across the track and a whole lot of crazy went on. I remember that, alright. What else is happening around here? There has actually been a few smashes around here, hasn't there? And I mean, look at the views you would get. I can only imagine how much these bays would cost on race weekend. And if you notice, then these boats are big, but they'd be filled with I mean, that's a pretty small boat. In the Formula 1, that wouldn't get anywhere near the coast in the Formula 1. On the Formula 1 weekend. Mother of God. What other things have happened at Tabac? I can't really remember. My mind's going blank now that I'm here. But they fly in through here. The stand is all up on that kind of walkway, and the pit lane is on further down there past the swimming pool. Pretty big stand, but they also, believe it or not, build a stand out in the sea. I think all these boats get removed. All these boats kind of along here, they all get removed and a big walkway gets put in, and they put in temporary seating. Pretty cool, like. And you still get I mean, you are kind of far away from the track a little bit, but you're closer than most other tracks will get, so. And you see them going through swimming pool, which is a pretty cool part of the track to see them go through. Although you're not going to see any overtakes. You might see a crash, maybe, or a spin, but you won't see any overtakes. Anyway, on we go to swimming pool. So now we come out of Tabac. It's actually it's longer than it looks. I know it looks long on TV, but it's actually longer than it looks. Straight down, and now here is your left right for the swimming pool. And let me tell you, it's actually wider, and now they kind of closed it in. And there's a curb right here that they got to fill in. But they're going to clip right here and shoot all the way over there in the space of half a second, give or take. This is where you see the famous shots, the famous slow-mos of the tyres just millimeters away from the barriers, centimeters, millimeters away from the barriers. And honestly, look down there. It's quite a way away. Oh, there's Louis Chiron. There you are. What's the crack, buddy? That's the crack. All the yachts. Lawrence Stroll's yacht is, I think it's past all these. I think it's beyond all of these. But this is actually longer than you would expect. I mean, look how they fly through here, right? Left, right. They clip here, past the swimming pool. But look how far it goes. Look how long that is. To the next right. And what that means is they fly past here, God knows doing what, 150 easy? Straight down, and they're down at that next turn. They're down at the next right hand left turn in what, 2 seconds. It's crazy to think, and it takes you a good 2 minutes to walk it. Like. So I'll see you at the next section. And there's a swimming pool in there. There you go. The swimming pool actually exists, of course it does. And look at the beautiful yachts. Look at Monaco in general, lads. Just look at it in general, for God's sake. Absolutely stunning place. So easy and cheap to get to. Recommend it to anybody. And here we are now at the right left. Many crashes have happened here, of course. Max clipped it. Charles stuck it in the barrier over there this year, ruined his pole. Oh jeez, there's naked people in there. Apologies for the music. Nothing I can do about it. The swimming pool is playing very loud French music, but that's okay. It's a beautiful day. So they come flying around here. This is the corner where you see the millimeters. Carlos Sainz in the millimeters away. Perez in the millimeters away. And if they get it wrong, they end up over there in the barrier. As we saw this year, Charles losing his pole, losing his lap, losing his possible win in his hometown. Wouldn't that be amazing? And he's lost it. He lost it right about here. Poor Charles, huh? Poor Charles stuck it in the barrier right around here. I'm trying to make a video, buddy. I should also point out that this is really tight, even just for one. Go on the lads. Go on the lads, put in a hard day's work. I should point out that this is really tight, even just for one car. So I can't imagine what it's like for two 2 meter wide Formula 1 cars to go around here. 4 meters wide on something that's, I mean, I know it's not fully properly done now, but crazy. Maybe they go over there. Maybe the stand all goes up there. Lawrence Stroll's yacht over there. As you do. And now we get up to Rascasse. But as you can see, lads, they absolutely fly around this lap in 1 minute 20 seconds or something in a race trim. Quality trim is 1 minute 10. And they fly around this thing, and they're up at Rascasse in what? From the swimming pool to Rascasse is 3 seconds max. But it's taken me about 2 minutes to walk. It's been about 4 minute walk from the bottom, from Tabac to here. It's been about a 4 or 5 minute walk minimum. Easy. It's crazy how fast they blitz it like. And here we are, coming to Rascasse. You think of the traffic jam that was here a few years ago. You think of Schumacher putting it in the barrier to ruin his quali lap, quote unquote on purpose. It was on purpose, let's be honest, it was. That's where the paddock is, all the way down there. You'll see Ted Kravitz doing his Ted's Talk thing down there. And Rascasse, they all turn left and turn right around here. It's actually quite a little bit uphill than you would think. That's mental. So you come from there. I mean, again, when you turn around, you'll see Monaco. That biggest yacht in the background is Lawrence Stroll's yacht. It's just genuinely beautiful, and you know, you gotta stay in the shade as much as I can because I am burning up, lads. And there we are, that's Rascasse. Yacht, 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 super yacht. Rascasse is there. Schumacher stuck it in the barrier right around here to ruin his qualifying. It was right around here. Came up, smacked into here. Qualifying done, pole position, race win. Pit lane entrance over there to the right. I don't think the pit lane is actually open. It doesn't look like it. I think they're doing a big construction job on it. Maybe they're setting up for something. Yeah, there's all forklifts and barriers and whatnot. That's a pity. And then we get to the last corner, which is called Noghes, and there he is over there, Mr. Anthony Noghes himself. I believe he was the first Monegasque winner of the Grand Prix, either the first winner of the Monaco Grand Prix or the first Monaco racer, Formula 1 racer. There he is. And here we are at Anthony Noghes, the last corner. You're actually only around the corner from the Racing Museum, the Princess Museum, which has got some of the most unbelievable cars in it. There he is. That's the crack, man. What is the crack, buddy? And I mean, that's class. It's a beautiful day as well. There's the curb. As we all know, they clipped this curb. Jeez, that's a steep curb. And they run over to the far side, barely touching the barrier, not even just glancing it, and now they go down the home straight. And that is a lap of Monaco, lads. I can't believe I just walked it. That's illegal. The museum is all the way over there. There's a castle up there. I think that's the Principality. Maybe I'm wrong on that. But I'm off to the museum now to go and see my first ever Formula 1 cars. In real life, believe it or not, would you believe? 35 years later, I finally get to see a Formula 1 car. That was a walked lap of the Formula 1 track in beautiful, beautiful Monaco weather. Princess Stephanie. There you are. Unbelievable place, lads. Come here. If you're an F1 fan, you gotta come here. Not for the race. Don't come here for the race. It's too much money for the race. Actually, up there is where everyone sits in general admission. That's general admission for the race. It's like 30 to 60 quid or something. There's no seats and you gotta bring your own little camping chairs or bring your own food. You will only really see Rascasse, a little bit of the pit lane and the last turn. Nothing really happens around that area, so I don't think it's worth it coming here for the race. I really don't. Come here when the city is not set up for the race. I can't stress that enough. It's so good. When it's set up for the race, there's paths that are blocked off. You can't cross the road easily, you know. So come here in your own time during the summer. Take it all in with the beautiful weather. It's so easy to get to. Go to Nice, get a bus. It's fantastic. Monaco, baby. Hope you enjoyed this, guys. Thank you for watching. Come to Monaco.